Hello, everybody, and welcome to the This Week in the Tech Boy podcast.
Hello and welcome to The Tech Boy, This Week in Tech podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first special Friday episode. And I have special news for you. I believe I have found the sanest teenager on the internet. And also, I probably found some of the dumbest ones, but kind of funny on our teenagers. So first, let's get to the sanest teenager on the internet. And honestly, it's kind of a shock. I found this person on a vlogging channel about fashion, who talks about their day at school. I mean, that's next level. Insane. Here we go.
At Ollie's, we've got brand new merchandise at up to.
Hi guys.
All right, we're not watching the whole thing, obviously, but here we go. Let's get to the same parts. I'd have to comment on here somewhere. All right, 442.
Get as special as it should.
I believe the question is. Oh yeah, this person put nice. What's it called? Timestamps down here. So here we go. 4:30 first kiss.
What is my first kiss story? I've never actually had my first kiss. I feel like
Congratulations. Gen Z is saved. You know, I was once called on NTV, or maybe some live stream somewhere. The last hope for Gen Z. I believe that we found my backup.
most people by my age have had multiple kisses. And I don't know. I just feel like kissing that people like don't make it as special as it should be. I don't want to just like kiss someone to kiss someone, you know? Like
I gotta say, I think America might be saved. But then we got more clips here. 7:46. Let's go.
That's such a hard question for me
Oh, the question was, what's your favorite book in the Bible? Get cut off.
to answer because I really love so many books of the Bible, obviously. If I had to choose,
That reminds me of a movie clip from this musical that it's gonna get ripped. What's it called? Here we go. Yes, you should see it on the screen here. It's from Netflix. Now, first glance, this may not look like a Christian musical, but it actually is. It's very Christian, super Christian-ish. So the kids are asking this boy here, what? I know the image is terrible. Oh my gosh, the kids are asking this boy here what his favorite book in the Bible is, and they're like, it's all of them, but he doesn't know what the books of the Bible are because he right before he got sent to that camp, he was stealing a car. Anyway, back to the thing.
I'd probably pick Proverbs.
But she can actually name a book of the Bible. There we go. Let's go.
Next question I got.
All right, and then down to the question 8:14.
You have a boyfriend. I do not.
Oh my gosh, it's literally me. We Gen Z is saved, people.
Moment have a boyfriend. I don't know if you could tell by my answer of first kiss, but I do not have a boyfriend. Along with that question comes, have you ever had a boyfriend? I've had what I would say to be near boyfriend experiences.
Okay, then we get into that. In NBE, sounds like something that I would come up with. Yes, we got Kid X over here. She experienced an NBE with Kid Y, and according to my calculations, yeah, no. NBEs, okay, it's a pretty useful term. Probably going to use it. No one's going to know what I'm talking about, but it's a useful term.
In the past, obviously I've had like middle school relationships where it's like you guys both like have crushes on each other. You date for like 2 months and then you break up, and it's just like no one cares. But I don't.
Oh, that's true. But there's also the net set aspect of it, especially now. Like she's super duper famous YouTuber. I mean, a lot more famous than me. Almost has oh yeah, there we go, over 200,000 subscribers, right? And using my powerful OSINT skills, I can probably figure out what schools he goes to, attend, face recognition, and all of that, right? So, I mean, she'd have to be even more careful, make sure she doesn't like provide too much information to some random boy who pretends to try to date her so you can hack into a YouTube account. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, as you guys know, she said on this channel multiple times, she's talking about detectives, and how wouldn't be good for detectives because it would throw them off the case and they can use crush theory to like manipulate them and get them to do stuff that they want to do. But right, we've gone over that lots of times, right? But I mean, for even for her, that could be potentially dangerous because they could like try to extort her for a password for her YouTube videos and then like steal all her money because she has brand deals on Instagram. So, be careful. And I'm glad that she seems sane. That's a high compliment these days. Sanity. Speaking of sanity, let's talk about this movie here. A Week Away. Now let me give you the plot. This kid, here, okay, is he's a criminal kid who's about to get sent to juvie because he doesn't have any parents and he just stole a police car, but just in time, some new foster parents come in and it's either he either goes to this camp with his new foster parents because they run it and they have this boy who's like 13 around his age and or he goes to juvie. So eventually he decides to go to the camp and they go to the what's it called, camp house, I guess, cabin, him and his new brother, at the edge of the woods, right? And this is like the creepy cabin that has spiders and, well, not spiders, but like, what do you call them? Dead stuffed animals. Yes. And it's creepy and no one really likes it. And so this guy asked his friend, brother, hey, why do you stay in this cabin? Then until he looks out the window and he sees that it's closest to the girls' cabin where this boy is trying to date this girl named Presley something something something. So now he can, I guess, more effectively surveil her. And then this kid sees this kid and he's like, hey. Right. So, and then that movie follows that whole plot, and then there's this kid who uncovers what this kid has done in his past life, like stealing cars, getting kicked out of foster homes, and everything like that. And he's trying to get rid of him because he's a competitor to him. Like they're on different teams. So he's like on the green team, she's on the red team, and the other kid was on the blue team. So basically, there's three main storylines here. Okay. The new kid is trying to, the boys are trying to, date the girls. The kid on the blue team is trying to get this new kid kicked out by investigating him and his crimes against humanity, I guess. And also, he's trying to, learn more about Jesus, and it has more conflict in there. And I have to tell you, this plot of this movie is atrocious. First of all, literally, this kid gets off the bus and then he starts dancing with this girl as soon as he gets off the bus. Like, really? Come on. And then they just start like kind of sort of dating. I mean, literally, they are dancing on a bridge right here. After she takes him into the forest. Now, I don't know about you, but if some random girl tried to take me into the forest, I don't think I'd go. I'm smarter than that. What if she tried to, like, I don't know, kill me or something like that? Like, hey, come into the forest with me alone. This doesn't really sound smart. Okay. Second of all, is this girl, apart from the, dating this random kid part, it's kind of a lot like me, right? She's like super competitive and everything like that. To the point that even when they team up on paintball, or even on the different teams, she shoots him back, which is kind of smart. but not that very nice, not that very Christian. But then she's kind of like really excited for him when he wins. But I mean, her entire thing is that she's competitive and she stays at the camp, and I'd be competitive. Like if my friend was on another team, you think I'd be running around cheering for them? And then just, I mean, this kid, he should be in jail. He shouldn't be like, oh well, he stole a police car, so you either go to summer camp or you go to juvie. And he doesn't even do anything while he's there. 17.6 miles away from civilization, as they say in the movie. Like, I mean, he could be like scamming the other campers and everything. It's just kind of weird. All right, now let's get down to the Our Teenagers subreddit, and I have collected the most appropriate. I think I'm not an expert on that because I'm not plugged in, Um, um, alleged pickup lines that they have on here, and as an obvious expert on these things, I'm going to review them. Like someone was going on rating them. I mean, these have got to be the most, just the saddest. All right, here we go. All right, so let me pull it up on the screen. Hopefully you can see this. On a state of one to America, how free are you tonight? I mean, points for patriotism, but that's just sad. Okay. I mean, what is this? Is it true that you can't get over Minecraft fences? Can you not get over mine? Not man. And I'm seriously hoping that a boy wrote. Did it grow? Well, okay. Is your last name Kennedy? Because I'll blow your mind. Just, oh my gosh. Just tell me your dad is working at Google because I found everything I'm looking for in you. That doesn't really make sense. Like, what? Her dad has nothing to do with this. But okay. The sky is beautiful today. I mean, no one really says the sky is beautiful today. You think I'm running around, hey, guys, look, the sky is so beautiful today. No. Too bad I can't enjoy it because I'd rather look at you. How long are you looking at people? Oh my gosh. Are you cotton because I want to pick you? So sad. So sad. Are you an attractive large body of water that is surrounded and partly surrounded and leads into an ocean because you're a cute sea? How much time do these people have on their minds? These people are literally sitting here. I'm sitting here calculating on how to, war game the school. These people are sitting here talking about this. Please tell me how this is going to help contribute to the national defense. But okay, are you a magnet? Because you're doing a great job at attracting me. Which would also mean that you are the opposite of the person that is attracting you. So, also magnets don't discriminate against other magnets. So again, work on your science. Are you Kim Jong-un? Because I can't say anything bad about you. I'm not a dating expert, but comparing people to communist dictators as a pickup line is probably a bad idea. Quote of the year right there. Here's another North Korea one. Are you North Korea? Because I can't leave you no matter how hard I try. Again, comparing people to communist dictatorships. In a state of what do they call this? Not accomplishment. Compliment. it's just kind of weird. It's just not something that you do all the time. I think I call my it's just like China. I can't you're great looking counterfeit. Like, huh? No. Anyway, Samsung, your favorite South Korean and actual benevolent democracy, is revealing the AI features to the Galaxy S22 and S21 series, as well as the accompanying Z Fold Flip series, to the phones via One UI 6.1 beta. On my phone, right now, the Galaxy S22 Plus, but mark my words, in 10 days, I will have the S24 Ultra. In fact, I'm going to have it tomorrow. That's right, I'm going to have it tomorrow. I'm going to do an unboxing video of this and then sell this piece of junk. Anyway, on my phone, the S22 Plus is going to get all the AI features promised on the Samsung Galaxy S24 series, except the Galaxy slow motion, which is kind of sad. It'd be nice to do some slow mo on my phone. Anyway, here we go. The following devices will get this tier of AI with its Galaxy S23 FE level of AI: S22, S22 Plus, S24 Ultra, Fold 4, Flip 4, S8, Tab S8, Tab S8 Plus, and Tab S8 Ultra. The ones coming to 2021 says that the S21 and the foldables that launched out in 2021 will support circle to search and magic rewrite, which these people think that's generative edit, but I think magic rewrite is the typing thing. So what are the features that the S23 FE will get? All right, let me check. Let's check here. Okay, here we go. So here's the 2023 series. So this is probably what the S24 is, 2 is going to get. Circle to search, chat assist, interpreter, live translate, note assist, transcript assist, browsing assist, generative edit suggestion, not instant slow-mo, and then generative wallpaper. Now, if we look into all of these, circle to search, I mean, you could probably add that to like any phone. So it's just being gate kept. Chat assist, again, that's in, what's it? Now, chat assist might actually be a little bit harder. A live translate, that actually might take some processing power, because I don't think they're sending the calls to a server and bringing them back to translate. So it's probably doing it all on device. Note assist and transcript assist, pretty useful there because that's to summarize large amounts of data, and also voice data. Browsing assist, it's basically the same thing, but online on a browser, so it can probably send it there easier. Edit suggestion, I mean, sure. Instant slow-mo, that's a processing thing, so that's not really going to come. And then generative wallpapers, that's a Google thing that Samsung's claiming for themselves, for advertising or something like that. So yeah, congratulations to Samsung for adding that. I'm gonna add that my phone will be getting it for the next person who has it, because I will have an S24 Ultra tomorrow. Mark my words. Okay, never seen that before. Also, the Find My network has been extended. This time it's the Google Find My network. It is a tool that lets you find your phone and devices. It's rolling out kind of like the iMessage network. So it's going to piggyback off the connections of other devices. Here we go. 5 ways to use the new Find My device on Android. Interesting. Oh, that's a remote, not a flip phone. Okay. So you can locate your offline devices. because they'll be able to connect to the other devices, be able to connect them to other Bluetooth tags. So I'm glad about that. Also glad that other companies are getting into it, like Motorola, because my Samsung tag, they're not doing well. I lost mine and it's not there anymore. I had like a flash drive connected to it. It's so sad. Way back in November, so I didn't even get to finish the review of it because I got it in October. Um, you can also locate nearby things and find stuff at your house using Nest devices. If you have to. Though, I mean, that's not that useful. Like house key, lasting living room speaker. Like that just gives you like one room, I guess, unless you have like multiple speakers. And then you can share stuff with your friends and family. So that's great. Glad that you can finally do that. Though it does mean, make sure you have a strong Google account password because it's going to be, easier to find you even if you go offline or turn off your phone. All right. It appears that the embargo to the pin, what's it called? Humane AI pin launched, and it did not do well. Mr. the Boss and Mr. Mobile roasted it. Let's put it up here on the screen. There's a lot of notifications. So let me just put it up here. Mrs. Boss actually got to go with the CEO.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with events and adventures. Whether you're...
Here you go.
This is the Humane AI pin. It's been blowing up the internet over the last few months with the combined intelligence of sophisticated AI plus the entire internet, all being brought to you in a way that you can still be completely present in a moment and not bogged down by the hassle of working around intrusive, addictive phone application.
Again, the idea of selling a device, paying money for a device that says, hey, we're not a phone. We actually don't want you to use the phone. And actually selling people for money, that is wild. Like, never in human history has someone been able to effectively start an entire business. I mean, they got investors, okay? Obviously. By saying, hey, look, people are addicted to their phones. So I'm going to make a device, not to get them, to stop them from getting addicted. I'm going to make a new device, either a worse version of that device, like that new phone with the keyboard with EA display. That's a worse version of a smartphone, right? Or I'm just going to make a totally new version of a device. I guess basically a smartwatch with the projector screen. That's what it is. And sell it to people at the same price as their normal thing. Because, and then say, hey, this is going to get you off your phone. So actually it's a device that we don't want you to use. The less you use it, the better you are. Right? But the problem is, the way most, internet services work, right? The more you use it, the more data they collect, the more ads they can sell, right? That's the way things work. So if you're telling people to use less of a device, then you're not going to get developers, you're not going to get apps, you're not going to get people to come on board, right, who are going to pay you. So then you got to bake in these exorbitant fees for a trash device. I mean, never before in human history have you been able to market trash and get people to buy it. Like, honestly, I mean, I like capitalism. I mean, I guess that's a benefit of it. You can sell trash on the internet and people actually buy it. I mean, it's not my fault if people are stupid. Okay, here we go.
And I just went hands-on with it. I spent about 4 hours using it.
Oh, yes. Ooh, a laser projector. Looks like a prop from a movie from 2007. That's great. I mean, the one thing I can see someone thinking about this is, hey, maybe you can like cheat on a test or something. Except for the thing when you're using the laser projector, according to Mr. Mobile, overheats in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Now, maybe if they marketed this as a phone assistant, right? Not a phone like replacement or something, or try to get you off your phone less. Which it's kind of like in between that thing. Maybe we sold it for $300, like a smartwatch, and you could just be like, and you could swipe through notifications, see text messages, and maybe ask the voice assistant to do like basic things and try to make it as all-encompassing. Hey, tell me, book me an appointment at the ferry under the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, right. Because you'll see why.
And talking to the CEO, Imran, and I don't think I've ever wanted to love a piece of technology so much and yet still be unable to.
Who's Mr. Who's the Boss from YouTube?
Finding YouTube video.
I mean, this voice, it's bad, but I mean, you can always change that. Like, I mean, nowadays with AI technology, you can take a 5-second sample of someone's voice and clone it, right? So you don't need to sit down there and piece it together to make it say anything else. So they can obviously fix the voice, but it's so slow. Like, it's like kind of slower than Bixby.
Arun Maini, also known as Marissa Thebos, is a popular YouTuber with a focus on technology, making him 28 years old.
So here's how it works. It clips onto your clothing, it stays there on standby most of the time, and then only when you decide that you want to engage with it do you place your finger on this touchpad and you speak. For example,
when do you think humans will settle on the moon?
Humans are expected to return to the moon in 2024.
That's blatantly wrong. Unless Humane has intelligence about NASA that I don't know. Maybe it's privy to government secrets or something. So get stuff wrong all the time. You get like fact check it or anything. There's no screen.
so is it good? Well, I'm really sorry to say this, because Imran, the CEO, he was so nice in person and he was a great host to us, but no, I don't think so. This is a really interesting category, and I have ideas for how
It's a
this
brand new
could be
category.
something that
I
is
think it's its best in class.
pretty great, but as of right now, the Humane pin is an incredibly poor proposition. Just before I get into that, though, I do want to give credit where credit's due. There are a few things about this that are spot on, and they do make you realize the potential.
Oh, hey, with Zeem, you can stream free local TV from all over the country. Zeem speaks for itself. It really doesn't need a...
For starters, I think they have absolutely nailed the hardware. So long as you decide that you're okay with wearing a chest pin, then you probably won't find a better one. It's way smaller.
I mean, true. Though the camera angle is kind of weird because it's angling downwards. So
To swipe up and increase your volume, or double tap to take a photo, or hold down with 2 fingers to
also
enter.
has that LED thing, so unfortunately you can't use it like a body cam spy device. Though you could probably just put some tape over it.
Interpreter mode, which I'll get to in a bit. But the best part of it is it means there are no wake words. You're not having to start each interaction with, "Hey, humane," and that's really, really great. And
It'd be nice if you had the option to set that, though the battery life is awful, so having to have it always on might actually contribute down to that. So I don't think it's like a privacy thing. It's probably just like battery thing. But then they can't say our battery's weak, so we didn't include a wake word. So they probably just mark it.
were moments with it where I saw.
Honestly, they could say like the low battery life is to increase your experience with the real world better. I mean, I could take some random trash budget Android phone and say, hey, look, the screen is bad, the cameras are awful, and the battery is small. But the screen is bad because we don't want to well, I say the screen is at a low resolution to prevent you from hurting your eyes. The battery is small on purpose to allow you to interact with the real world more, and the cameras will never be as good as your eyes. So, we didn't want to ruin it or something like that. We didn't want to ruin the experience of memories for you. Yes, put that all in a marketing demo, sell it for $1,000, and people would actually buy it. And then maybe put some like stupid, minimalist home launcher on it. And put it in there for free. So maybe like the minimalist home launcher you can put on your regular phone for $9.99, just bundle it for free. And then you go on podcasts and talk about how great your phone is and how it keeps you off your phone and stops you from doom scrolling, and the weak processor is actually a benefit because I don't want to use it. It's like, it's a phone that I don't want to use.
What it could be. I asked it, what's this tree in front of me? And it told me it's a Japanese maple. And there was something incredibly uniquely satisfying about gaining that insight without needing to be interrupted from the moment with my phone. It felt like a cheat code. Because let's face it, as soon as your phone gets involved, that becomes your attention. Anytime you take a photo on your phone, you are entirely focused on getting the framing just right. Anytime you want to look something up, you're actually looking down at your hand instead of experiencing. Or another example.
I mean, you can voice search on a phone too. We've been able to do that since like 2010.
Was the one time that we used the interpreter translation feature and it actually worked well.
नमस्ते इमरान, आपकी मिलके बहुत खुशी हुई.
Hello, Imran. It is a pleasure to meet you.
The point is, I see it. I see the vision, and I see small twinges of something magical. But when you actually boil it down to the practicality of using this and wearing this every single day, I can't see a single angle from which it makes sense. I mean, the first thing is the price. This is a $700
Let
gadget.
him break down this price. I think he does a really good job at it.
And $700 as a one-off is
Okay,
maybe just about digestible. And you do get everything.
$700. I mean, when you look at this, yeah, you can probably get an S24 Plus for $700 off eBay. So either full smartphone or maybe $800, right? Or this. Right, $700. That's S23 territory, S33 FE, maybe an iPhone 14. So we're talking about last year, maybe this year's flagships, right? A little bit above upper mid-range phones.
You need to use it. They also throw in
You can get a laptop for $700. So it's not like, I mean, for the size of the thing, like it's basically buying AirPods, but for $700.
The battery boosters in the box, which between them is enough battery for a full day of use.
And to be fair, other phone companions, like say smartwatches, up to $200, less even if you want less features or smaller screen, maybe $220, and then even like $50 for like the scam ones. AirPods, Bluetooth earbuds, $25 to say, or it can go up from there, but mainstream $25 to $200, right? And then AR goggles, where you can plug them in, like use your phone screen and see everything here, see all your notifications and stuff, $400, right? So this is about $300 to $500 more expensive than most phone accessories, right? So it should be $300 to $500 more, value than most phone accessories.
But here's the problem. Very little of the AI processing is being done on the device. So it needs an internet connection. And so because it needs...
Very fair, like, smartwatches, they need those to connect to your phone. Right, so if it just, piggybacked off, say, the Bluetooth connection of your phone, I'd be fine with that. Like, that'd be completely fine.
It's an internet connection. It's not just that it basically does nothing when you're out in the middle of nowhere, but also it needs its own entirely separate data plan. So it's a $700 pin plus a $24 a month subscription on top of that.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. You can't share data with your phone because, AI, the pin needs the connection to, keep paying for the large language models and everything like that. They're probably paying for API calls to OpenAI and stuff. The problem with this is the pin is useless without an internet connection. Now, contrary to popular belief, you can do a lot on a phone without an internet connection, right? You can take pictures. You can write documents, right? Now, of course, you might have to download external apps to do this, but you can still do that. I mean, there's Layla, the AI companion application you installed out on the phone. You can run it completely offline. You can do some coding, video editing, note-taking. Video games, as long as you download them on there, you can play. Texting, right? If you just have a regular plan. Calling, again, if you just have a regular plan. GPS, right? Provided you download the maps. You can do plenty. On here, maybe you could take a picture, but you can't even see it.
Plus taxes and fees. And yeah, that $24 does also include unlimited AI requests on top of that data.
I wonder if it's possible that someone will hack that thing, buy it, and then create their own chatbot that will pass through the humane pin and then sell it. me think about this. It's $24 a month for $700 in this investment, right? And let's say they sell this chatbot with unlimited queries for $10 a month, right? They would need about 3 users to pay for itself. That's it, 3 users. I mean, pretty sure it's possible.
$24 a month is, I mean, that's 2 times what I'm paying for my phone contract. If you want to go abroad and carry on using the PIN, which is a big part of its appeal because of this whole translation feature, there's an extra fee on top of that. And the worst part of it...
makes no sense. Like, you're going to carry your phone with you, right? S24 Ultra, you know, translation capabilities. You can buy your own, like, dedicated translator if you wanted to. $299. I'm pretty sure there are translation applications in the store, in the Play Store, where you can actually use a phone and you can actually see stuff.
Because I specifically asked about this, the minute that you stop paying that monthly fee, the device stops functioning. So let's say that...
Which, again, on the phone, let's say you stop paying for your internet and phone plan. Sure, you won't be able to make calls if it's an emergency. Sure, you won't be able to connect to devices, but you have an Android phone, right? Go to the library, you can download lots of apps whenever you're there, use them, right? You can still use it. It's a piece of junk without internet. I mean, it's actually literally an internet paperweight. It's more useless than a Chromebook without internet. Like, even on a Chromebook, you can do some documents, Google Docs, Google Sheets, look at photos and stuff. It's more useless than a Chromebook. Don't be more useless than a Chromebook without internet.
I used this for 2 years, where I've paid $700 for the device, $600 for the subscription, $200 in extra taxes, another $100 for roaming fees, and just to finish it all off, another $100 for the clip and the latch, as they don't come with it. Even after $1,700 of investment into this...
$1,700. For context, that would be a Galaxy Z Fold 5. About. That's crazy. Because, you know, you buy a Galaxy Z Fold 5, you can use it as long as you want. All the apps, all the data, completely for free, right? Go to the library, get a hotspot.
Product. As soon as I stop paying my subscription, because, I mean, would you plan to pay it for the rest of your life?
Yeah, you want to use this for 10 years? That's, let's see, that is, no, it's 24 times 12. Times 10. Oh, almost $3,000. Probably about $3,000 with all the taxes and fees, and maybe you go abroad to Costa Rica once and roaming fees. That's crazy. So $3,000. For context, Disney Plus is $13.99. You can watch TV on it, right? Something that you probably do every day, right? And yeah. So in the same time period, you probably pay about, for Disney Plus, where you can get new movies and stuff, $15.60 for 10 years. And they could, go down or up. I don't think Humane is going to be able to go down. They probably will have to go up.
Probably not. But at that point, Humane is basically saying that your PIN...
Besides, you stop paying for Disney Plus, it's not like Disney's going to be like, your TV is useless now.
Becomes a paperweight. So, fine, it's very expensive. But if its capability matches that, then maybe it's justifiable. Well, what Imran,
Again, it's not bringing a specific special AI model. It's just using some ChatGPT stuff or some, in-house, whatever. I can use Copilot, pick a tree. What is this? Boom. Google Lens. Boom.
Founder was saying to me is that the PIN has the ability to run not just one, but many of the top current AI models. So like GPT-4, for example, which is a very powerful AI that does usually require its own paid subscription for you to use. It has that on the go all the time, which is definitely not to be sniffed at. So one of the things that he was saying he used it for is when he's driving. His phone will be in his pocket, his focus will be on the road, but he has access to the entire internet of knowledge. So he'll just decide, I want to learn something about sleep habits today, for example. And this PIN can bring that knowledge in.
Again, pretty sure. Android Auto.
Summarize it and speak it to you. And this is actually the first moment where I thought, oh, that's interesting. When Drisha, my fiance, does any kind of long drive, she often spends a good half an hour beforehand trying to find a good podcast to listen to during it. And even then, they'll often veer off topic or not be exactly what she was hoping for. But this, the world's information, curated exactly based on what you're asking to hear in any given moment, well, that could solve it. Plus,
Again, useful, but I'm pretty sure you could automate something. You just, hey, chat GPT. I mean, heck, they even put it in Volkswagen cars, so, I mean.
the AI pin does understand the flow of a conversation. This isn't like old school Siri where you're just reintroducing the topic every single time you bark a new command at it. You can talk in a very human, conversational way, and it talks back. So my head started spinning with the possibilities, this idea of a personal teacher wherever you want them. But then I tried it.
Hey, I'm really struggling with sleep recently. I'm only getting 5 hours and I keep waking up in the night. What should I try and do?
Analyzing sleep advice. To improve sleep quality,
Things have probably come up with some dial-up sounds at this point.
you can try the following. Be consistent with your sleep schedule. Ensure your bedroom is quiet.
This is stock advice from like the first page of Google. I mean,
Where the conversational piece, we're looking at opening up the microphone for follow-on questions like that.
Yeah, so the bubble burst pretty quickly. Not only is it much harder to understand than a real person, the AI doesn't have that natural intonation, and it's only without that you realize how important that it is. But it also just takes ages. And this was not a one-off. Everything on the pin seems to take time.
Call Aaron.
I mean, honestly, this isn't going to get me to use my phone less. It's going to get me to use my phone more and your pin less. Probably like cancel my subscription. Like, even our voice assistants aren't this slow.
Is it? Oh, there you go.
It's only having experienced that myself
It took that long to call someone. My goodness.
that I realize why in the company's promotional material, they're filling in all the silences by talking.
Make it sound like Gen Z. And what's cool is you can make it more formal or casual or even do fun things.
Hey, Oliver, how's it going?
Because if they didn't fill in those silences, it would be awkward as hell. Now, it's tough to say at this point why everything takes so long. Like even simple things like sending a text or a call, those should be instant offline responses, but they're far from it. So either this is just a really slow device, or the voice processing itself also needs to be done online, or this is just the device checking in online each time you ask it something just to make
If it's true that it's checking in online, it's just check in like once a month.
sure that you're still paying the monthly fee. Whatever the reason, it is a big source of
Maybe
friction.
once a week.
Could you give me a synonym for the word great? And a sub to the channel would be?
Finding synonyms. Synonyms for the word great include fantastic, marvelous, talented, tremendous, and wonderful.
We'll go for marvelous.
If human intonation and
All right, now let's see what the next thing is. Oh, yes, here we go.
box, it said, without a hint of caution,
The box contains fried chicken nuggets. There are 14 chicken nuggets in the box.
Now, as you can see here, it's 20. But it's using the camera and it counted them and only saw 14.
Interesting. Well, I think it's because it can only see 14. Yeah.
So how on earth will you ever be able to trust a device's nutritional recommendations if it doesn't even know how much of that food there is? I mean, I talked to Imran about this and he said, well, it's not a medical device and the feature is kind of in beta. And that's all fair enough. But then what it is an advertised feature. Either it needs to get much, much better very quickly, which I don't think is going to happen because of the natural limitations of what this thing can see, or it needs to make you more aware of its limitations so that you know you shouldn't be taking what it says at face value. The idea, in theory, of, let's say, liking the look of this chair, and for the pin to be able to not just tell you what it is,
Problem
but
is that because you don't have a screen, just chew, and some random chair that we can't see on camera.
also save that answer to your notes is appealing. But when you actually try and do that, you realize what the limitations of this form factor are. Like, you can't see exactly what it's seeing. So I asked this exact question to it about the chair.
I mean,
and it
if we could do this with AR goggles, you got the screen, your eyes, with the camera.
gave me a recommendation. But then I later realized that the recommendation it gave me was a different chair in the room. And that's because when it gives you an answer, you have no way of affirming that it's the correct
Oh,
answer.
I almost forgot. Taking videos for the pin, 15 seconds. 15.
Unlike when you do the same thing using Google Lens on your phone, where you can make sure that you're capturing the right chair, and then you can physically check that it has identified correctly. One thing that Imran talked about was the incoming ability to buy things using this. But given that there's no real
Would you
screen...
really want to buy things off of that? Just like pointing a random body cam and going like, I want that. I want that. No.
Yeah. Would you want to buy things on this? Like, what if I meant to order 2 of something, but the AI pin mishears me and takes that as 20? What if it misunderstands the size or the color of what you're wanting and actually orders an alternative variant? There is so much that could go wrong that you'd really...
All right, let's see what's the next criticism.
Or post a tweet that says this. But it can't do that. When you message someone, it's not a WhatsApp, it's not an iMessage, it's just a straight SMS message. When you take a photo...
Oh yeah. Isn't that nice?
You know, I was saying that when you move your hand back, it gives you this option to share that photo. Yeah, well, since there's no Apple AirDrop and there's no Android Quick Share, the only way to actually share it is to SMS that person a link to be able to download it. Like, imagine after a party, you know, when people say, oh, can you send us the photos you took? And then you actually send them an SMS link for them to be able to download.
That's not that bad, but people are weird.
Those photos, one photo at a time at the Humane Web Center, they're going to think you're some sort of time traveler, and not in a good way. Oh yeah, so the Humane Web Center, this is where all the stuff on your AI pin gets backed up to every...
Great, but I mean, hackers,
time that it's docked and it's on Wi-Fi. And in a way, this is kind of cool. The company's saying that you get unlimited storage as part of your subscription cost.
Again, someone could try to hack that and use it as cloud storage. $24 a month for unlimited cloud storage. Pretty soon you could figure out how to get all your phone photos on there and stuff.
And this web center is one place where all of your photos, your videos, your notes, all the requests that you've asked it for, it all comes together. But does that also defeat the entire purpose? Okay, if the goal of the pin is for you to rely less on apps, but at the same time they're telling you that it's not designed to replace your phone, then you're still going to be using all your phone apps, your Google Drives, your Evernotes, and you're still going to need to keep paying those subscriptions. But now you have a whole extra suite of Humane apps that your stuff is further scattered across. If this pin came out before the first smartphone, then who knows? Maybe it could have set...
Yeah, nah. Back then, everything was email. You want people send an email to Mary saying that I need my Excel spreadsheet on my desk by 9. And then, of course, I just want to read the Excel spreadsheet.
Set the precedent for a new type of computer with a new way of working. But we are in a world now that is built
Could you imagine
around...
trying to read an Excel spreadsheet in a LCD blue on your hand? Are you crazy?
The smartphone. And given that, I do not see a world where a smart device that doesn't actually connect in with any of your existing smart devices is useful as it stands.
I mean, look at that. It's cool, but not really useful. I think that's what we're going to end up today. God bless. Tech talk to you later.